it's Jessica, and today I'm bringing you a new at the drugstore haul. I just recently, a couple videos ago, did a drugstore haul of just products that I had been wanting to buy that have been on my list, but most of them were products that have been around for a while that I just wanted to try. So I can link that video below, but everything here I bought at a different time, and they're all brand new to the drugstore, every single product. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm actually wearing a lot of these products today, and I'm excited to tell you kind of what is what here, because you guys know I love the drugstore. And so a lot of these, some of them I had heard of, others I hadn't. So when I was finding them in the store, my brain was just exploding. I was Snapchatting like crazy. And this was a couple weeks ago, actually. So the first thing I found was this Maybelline lip gloss palette, and I had seen a couple videos on this, and I'd heard a lot of great reviews, so I was like, okay, I definitely want to try this. Now, I haven't swatched all of them. I'm actually probably today going to film a swatch video of this. We'll see, if not today, then in the next few days. I haven't been super impressed with a couple I've swatched, and I'd heard really good things about like these two colors here, but they were kind of, I don't know if it's because I have really pigmented lips, and that very well may be, but I was not impressed. But like I said, I don't want to judge a book before I've read it. So I'm going to try out the other colors as well. But I think it's a really cool idea, and if you're just starting out or you just want to have a lot of options, especially if you travel and bring all of these. But again, I don't know. I don't want to say anything negative because I really don't know this palette well, but I thought it was super interesting. Stay tuned if you're interested more in this palette. So the next products I'm going to mention are really exciting to me because I did not know these existed when I saw them in the store. I will put prices below for all of this because I don't know all the prices off the top of my head, but they have Maybelline holiday palettes. And the thing about holiday palettes is, in the drugstore, I feel like, even since I was a kid, the drugstore palettes they had weren't like the name brands. They were like Color Club, not Color Club, but they'd be, you know, some random color brand, and they would have, you know, these huge palettes, and they were really not always the best quality, and they'd be, you know, $5, whatever. But for me, this is the first time I've ever seen holiday palettes in the drugstore. So they have two options. They have Gilded in Gold, and they also have Up in Smoke, and these show fingerprints like crazy. So Gilded in Gold was the first one I saw, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that. So in this palette, it has a blush and 4 shadows, like a little quad. They've got like some, you know, like a sponge tip applicator and a little blush brush. They have a black eyeliner that's, you know, like a pencil one. They have a lip gloss, and in this case, it's a red one that comes with this. And then these two guys go out, and it has like a little powder puff kind of thing. I mean, I haven't used it, probably won't. And then like a highlighter. So this was the Gilded in Gold one. And then they also had the Up in Smoke one, which has more smoky colors involved, but they have more of a pink blush, whereas the other one was more peachy. This one's pink and sparkly. They have a pink lip gloss, the same eyeliner, but then, like I said, more smoky eyeshadows, and then it comes out for a little puff, and then the highlighter. So I'm going to do an in-depth review with swatches, etc. of both of these palettes, if you're wondering, just to give you my 2 cents right now while you're watching. They swatch really pretty, some of them. So both of the blushes are really nice. I'm wearing the Gilded in Gold blush right now, which is that more peachy toned one. It's a very natural blush, very natural, but it can look really pretty as well. Uh-oh, I literally just got black on me from probably that eyeshadow. It's getting worse. What am I doing? There we go. Anyway, I love the Gilded in Gold shadows, especially this like kind of rosy champagne one is so pretty. It's right there. This one feels like an Urban Decay shadow. But then there's like the gold one that it's still nice. It's not terrible, but it's a lot more powdery. So there's a little more flakes below your, what's that called? Fallout below your eyes, which, I mean, that stinks because the last thing I want is a bunch of glitter right here to accentuate any bags I might have, you know. I'm actually currently wearing the Up in Smokes one. I'm wearing this white shade that came in the palette all over the place. I kind of mixed in some from the Gilded Gold, or Gilded in Gold. Like I said, that one shade I really like. I kind of mix that in as well with a brush, but for the most part it is just that white one. And then I just pulled a matte nude shadow to go right under my brow bone from another palette. I think it was the Naked 2 Basics palette. So anyway, I'm still impressed with these. So I will do that in-depth review. If it's already up, I will link it. If not, just stay tuned. It'll be up this week. I'm so excited about these. I am excited for, you know, if any other makeup brands come out with these kinds of kits. They're awesome. So moving along. That was like my main really exciting thing. The next really exciting thing I bought were these new Revlon Ultra HD matte lip colors. I bought 2 shades. I bought the shade Devotion, and then I also bought the shade Addiction. Devotion is more of a kind of peachy shade, but the little more, it's almost like coral peach. And then the one I'm wearing on my lips today is this one, which is the one called Addiction. It's much more berry toned. I like both of these. I've worn them both. They have a really comfortable consistency that it dries to a semi-matte. I mean, if you can see, you can still see a little bit of glisten to them, and that might be the lip balm underneath, but they are really, really pigmented. I'll show you some swatches. So this is the one I'm wearing today right there. And they just have a sponge tip applicator. And then this other one, which is called Devotion, the more peachy, corally one, is right here. So they pack a lot of color punch. They're really comfortable on the lips. Honestly, I was impressed. And the Ultra HD lip colors they had that were like lipstick form, I hated. And if you haven't seen that video, I can link that as well. I did not like those at all. So I was prepared to not like these in the least. But I'm actually really impressed. And you guys know I've been on the hunt for the best liquid matte-ish lipsticks. And so far these, well, this is more of a lip color, but really impressed. So the next thing I bought was this L'Oreal Voluminous Superstar Liquid Eyeliner. Now, I am a total snob with liquid eyeliner because the one I love the most is by Stila. That's their Stila Stay All Day, but it's like almost $20. So I don't like repurchasing that, but I always end up repurchasing it because it's the best. It's the blackest, it stays the longest, it doesn't move. The applicator is really easy to use. This one is similar. This one is a little more firm and it's pretty black, but like today I'm doing kind of more of an ethereal look on my eyes, which I don't typically do. And so I only used this and I was like, okay, it's gotta be black enough to cover any white shade that's already on my eyelid. And I think it did an okay job. I mean, I didn't do a super thick line, but it's pretty darn black. But I will say sometimes covering like glitter, it doesn't do the best, or at least not as well as Stila does. But it's still really nice. And in the drugstore, it's one of the best liquid liners I have tried, especially since the applicator makes it really, really, really easy to do like any sort of winged look you might want because it's so firm and then pointed. The last thing I bought was this Voluminous Superstar mascara from L'Oreal. Now, I have never liked the primer then mascara type of thing because I always feel like the white shows through. But I had tried this brand called Manna that came in like a subscription box of some kind, and I was like, oh my gosh. And it was a white primer you put on, then you put any mascara over it, and it really lengthened my lashes and it never showed through. And I was so impressed, so I thought, you know, maybe I've been wrong all these years. Maybe the formulas across the board have gotten better. So I was like, I'm gonna try this voluminous one because I love the regular L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. Well, it's step 1 on one side, and it's truly is a white mascara. And then step 2, of course, is the black one, the same shaped brush. Actually, it's a little different. This one's more curved, the other one kind of splayed out on all sides. I like it. I accidentally bought the waterproof without realizing I bought it, so I didn't wear it today. I was gonna wear it for the video, but I didn't because I thought it's so hard to get off that I almost don't want to use this because it pulls out my lashes. So I want to get the regular version and try that out, but I didn't want to put this on again because I've worn it about 5 times and I liked it. It wasn't the most extravagant mascara I've ever used, but it was okay. So I'm a little torn. I want to buy it again to try the regular formula, but at the same time, if I'm not impressed with the waterproof, I don't know. Although they are different formulas typically. So those were all of the things that I have bought recently from the drugstore that are brand new. I will link everything I can find online below. I know sometimes it's tricky if it's really, really new to find it online, but I'll do my best to scour the internet to find them. Hopefully you enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you're interested in my other drugstore hauls or drugstore makeup reviews, I can link my playlist below featuring those kinds of items. If you enjoyed, I hope you'll subscribe and join our little family here, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!